If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC24, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC24 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 6% using promo code Inception at checkout. Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have another custom tactic to review. I try my best to get like different variations of custom tactics that people can perform well with, because you know everybody basically sees the pitch differently to an extent, to a massive extent, because obviously this game is very linear in regards to how you play. But this 3-4-2-1 formation is going to be from this guy right here. Where is it? This one right here. Okay, so it's from EAFC News. In his tweet, he says 9-0 in the Elite Division, 10-0 in qualifiers, so on and so forth, right? So the tactics is actually lined up like this. So we have balanced 30 for width, 60 for depth, balance on build-up play, chance creation on direct passing, of course, 55 for width, players in the box set to 5, and then 2 for corners, 2 for free kicks. The instructions for the players is going to be stay back, cover center for both of the center mids. The left mid and the right mid is on comeback, stay wide, get into box for cross. And then your center forward and striker is all going to be on stay central. Now, I will warn you that when it comes down to using this custom tactic, it is very, very linear to the meta of the game, right? So it's not gonna be a mainstay formation on a personal level, but I know that people love to play like rats in this game, so it's gonna be perfect for a lot of people that basically do the 1v1 Mortal Kombat stuff, because you will sometimes get nice attacking AI out of these cards 100%, but a lot of the times, like when you're playing with this formation, you could see that the meta plays in general is for you to do like all of the FIFA mechanic stuff, right? So it's very hard, very difficult for me to find a formation that is meta and authentic at the same time. I think the 2 variations of the 4-2-2 that I tried out from George and Nawizi have been the only ones. But most of these other formations, they're sometimes a little bit too linear to the meta, which, again, people will use these formations because that's kind of how the game plays out. This guy says that he's close to 1,000 SR in the Elite Division. 3-back is fair game for Team of the Season rewards, right? So he's in the top 2% of the elite players, right? So again, most of the formations and tactics that are really linear to the meta of the game will kind of be that way most of the times, right? It's very difficult to find authentic and meta for this game. But the types of players that you want, ignore the team. Like in this game, guys, you need like absolute full meta everywhere nowadays. Like I just have these players just for the sake of the reviews, right? But you want to do your best to get 3 actual center backs, right? If you have like Showdown and Kanjis, all those kind of stuff, you want to try to go as absolute full meta as possible in that area when it comes to defenders. So get 3 really good center backs, right? Get a center back that, if you can, get a 5-star weak foot center back in the left-sided area, that'd be great. But a left-footed one would be even better, playing in that specific position as well, right? And then your right center back, you want to try to get someone who's fast as well. You want fast anywhere, right? For the most part, but you just need center backs that have the capabilities of being able to pass the ball as well as defend really nicely. Rare Gold Van Dyke, you know, still has like the long ball pass and stuff, which is obviously very helpful to work with. But these defenders are incredibly outdated for the game nowadays, except for Zambrotta if you play a 4-back in the right back position, in my opinion, right? The 2 midfielders, as I've noticed, you can go in either direction of having one super defensive one and then the other one to be the box-to-box. But the way that it feels when I'm using it, it almost feels like you kind of want 2 box-to-box ones as well, right? Because if they're both like high work rate, it kind of just works for the way that this formation generally performs, right? But because they're on both stay back while attacking cover center, they help out a lot in the build-up play, right? So you need players that can dribble, pass the ball really well, so on and so forth to move into certain positions, right? Left mid and right mid. So you want to do your best, like ignore the players that I have, right? You want to do your best to get players that are both good at attacking and defending as much as you possibly can. To be honest with you, right? Even as like a super cheap option, if you wanted to go down this route, you can get someone like Nakata, right? Because Nakata on a hunter chemistry style has really good pace. Shooting stats are there as well. 5-star weak foot, but he actually has some defensive capabilities. There's a few cards like this that some people will play in the center mid position that can play in those areas. So be on the lookout for that, right? There's some center mid cards that are like really, really good box to box players, but are like really agile to push forward and come back. So do your best to get players that are really good at doing both. You can even technically, in that left mid position, you can use someone like Davies, right? Davies would be a really good example of someone to play in that position too, because he can play the left mid position well, because he actually has some decent shooting capabilities if you go in the route of actually improving him in those areas. So let's say, for instance, you actually decide to use him in the left mid position, you would just go ahead and give him something like a gladiator, right? To increase the shooting to be as high as possible, as well as the defensive stats, because in this position, there are opportunities where they can sometimes score, but it's mainly in the whipped pass plus, which would be really nice, right? So with this formation, because of how linear it is, I will also mention that in the left forward and right forward position, the physical dudes that have the aerial plus while working with the whipped pass plus in the side positions would work out very nicely for how this formation generally plays out. And then in your striker position, try your best to get players that have like proper attacking AI, because if they don't, they will genuinely not move properly whatsoever, right? So Timo Werner is obviously a really good example of that, because, you know, he definitely has that movement. If you did the Showdown Correa card, you have that as well. And then obviously there's a lot of like Golasso cards that you can use that would still be really good. Like even Drogba's card was really solid to use as well. So you can kind of go down that route if you really wanted to, right? But it's a pretty cut back meta game for sure. It suits that meta for this formation as well, because of the stay central that you're giving to essentially all three of the main attackers, right? So you can see here that from his instructions, he has all of that, because it's that same like cut back, stay central, cut back, stay central that works out really nicely, right? So again, to box for cross for the left mids and right mids actually works out really well too, because, you know, sometimes you'll have that extra pass, right? You'll pass to the guys that are on stay central, and then you'll have that extra pass to, you know, utilize that side space too. So yeah, not really much else to say. I think there isn't really much else to say from here as well. He didn't really say any other thing here. I don't even think he shows his team that he was using, as far as I'm concerned. I don't think so. No picture of the team or anything like that. So yeah, but yeah, that's how the formation and tactic plays out for the most part. We'll show you guys some highlights. You'll see why I'm not going to like continue using it, but obviously it fits the meta of the game and how it kind of plays out, especially after this patch. But yeah, if you guys find any like good meta but authentic formations, be sure to let me know, because most of the authentic formations that I enjoy using, they do not cover the center of the pitch well enough to avoid this cutback meta in a general sense. Like I just don't think it's like I said, the 4-2-2-2 in my opinion has been the main formation. 4-3-2-1 would do the same thing, but the 4-3-2-1 is way too boring to use. I can't, like, it's, you know, but it's that formation that will do it as well for you for sure. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this little introduction. I will catch you guys for the next video. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys. Got the 1v1 Mortal Kombat playoff there. There we go. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Let's go, guys. Good goal. We'll take it. We'll take it. Oh my goodness, an actual football goal. Holy. Holy, man. It really blows what the meta of this game is, man, because like every tactic I try out that's like full meta, it's always to do like the same. Oh, and this game just doesn't give you defensive plays. Oh, it's exhausting, man. Like, I have to, like, pray to score one good football goal. Sure thing. Gotta get that green on it. Gotta get that green on it. It's a body-to-body play with him there. I don't use the advanced defending, I just kind of run into him in that situation. And we score the goal from this one, right? Yeah, typical meta goal from that one for sure.